everyone, welcome back to this class. So children, today the topic we will talk and discuss about is about the material and the properties of this material. So first we have to understand what is the material. So here I will read and make you to understand more easily. So here what is material? See, let's read and understand. See, anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Yes. Anything which has mass and it is to occupy the space, it is called the matter. Again, the matter which has an object, yes, which has an object and can be made, it is called the material. The matter which has an object and it can be made, it is called the material. So, if we talk about the example of this material, then here the example of material we have the glass, metal, plastic, wood, cotton, paper, soil, etc. These are all the examples of this material. So in this material we have insolubility. We have two types in this material solubility. Two types, they are soluble and insoluble. So now what is this soluble? See, soluble, the material which completely disappear or get dissolved in water. See, it is to get completely disappear and it is to dissolve in the water, like sugar, salt. See, if we put the sugar in the water, then it will obviously melt or disappear in the water. So it is the example of this soluble, which can be disappear or dissolve in the water. See, the sugar, salt, etc. Next we will talk about the insoluble. See, this insoluble, it is the material which do not mix or get disappear on mixing with water. See, it doesn't mix in the water, it doesn't get dissolved in the water. For example, like the sand, dust, etc. See, if we put the sand in the water, then it will never dissolve in it. So it is obviously it can be dissolved. So it is belongs to this example of insoluble. Insoluble means which doesn't get mixed or dissolved in water. So this was about the soluble and the insoluble which we have talked in the solubility of this material. Next we will talk about the properties of this material. See, the first properties we have is the appearance. See, on the basis of this appearance, there are two categories. They are shiny and dull in the appearance. So the iron, copper, aluminium, gold, they are all belongs to the shiny material. And if we talk about the dull material, then the paper, plastic, rubber, chalk, these are all the example of the dull material in the basis of this appearance. Next we will talk the second properties of this material is the hardness and the softness. See, the material which can be compressed and sketched easily, it is called the soft material which can be compressed and sketched. For example, like the sponge, yes, sponge, cotton, these all which are the example of this soft material. Next we have the hard. See, the material which can't be compressed or sketched easily, it is called the hard material. For example, like iron rod, these are all the example of this hard material or the hardness we can say. Next we have the third properties of this material is floating or sinking. See, floating, the material which do not, yes, it is to mix in the water and it is to mix in the water, but it rather it is to float in the water. It can't be inside of the water, but it is to float just above the surface of the water. It is called the floating material. For example, the dry leaves fallen on the surface of the water, and we can say the plastic balls. These are all the example of this floating material. Next we have the sinking. See, this sinking, the heavy material which sink to the bottom of the water. Yes, it is to sink in the bottom of the water. It is called the sinking material. For example, like the stone, yes, the drops of honey, they are all the example of this sinking material. Next we have the fourth one is the transparent, opaque and the translucent. See, what is this transparent? The material which can be seen clearly, the material of an object which can be seen clearly, very clearly, they are called the transparent material. For example, like the water, yes, the water, the glass, these are all the example of this transparent material. Next, if we talk the opaque, see this the material which can't be seen clearly, it can't be seen, the object, it can't be seen. If we put the light also, it can't be transparent, it can't be seen clearly. It is called the opaque material. For example, like the wood, yes, the cardboard, these are all the example of this opaque material. Next we have is the translucent. See this translucent, the material which can be seen but it can't be seen clearly. It can be seen but it can't be seen clearly. The object, it can't be seen clearly. It is called the translucent material. For example, like the oil muslin we can say, and the clothes. These are all the example of this translucent. So children, these are some the properties which we have talked and discussed about: the appearance, the hardness and the softness, the flooding and the sinking, transparent, opaque and the translucent. So children, I hope you all understood about this material, the material which we have learned, and the types of this material in the solubility and the properties we have talked and discussed about. I hope children you all understood clearly these concepts. Thank you.